right here.
Okay.
And the total sales from you and all of your team has to be at least 1,200 that campaign, and at least 5 of them have to place an order that campaign, okay? So what you want to do is you want to shoot for 10 people, because you may get 5 and they don't all place an order, or it doesn't come to 1,200, so you want to shoot for 10. And so with that list of 50 names, I'm going to show you how we can help you to find those 10 people you need, okay? And what you do is when you find your first person, you just call Ann and say, Ann, guess what? I found someone. Start some name on.
I got some other in
Already
mind.
lined? Awesome. And because what's going to happen is, even starting with the very first person, you're going to get a $25 bonus check on each person, as long as they haven't paid. Is it $50 more order right now?
100.
Oh, for the first campaign. Okay.
Yeah,
All
has to be 100.
I've been out a couple months. So for their first campaign, as long as it's at least a $100 order, Avon's going to give you a $25 bonus check for each person before you even get the 300. And then they're going to start giving you money every 2 weeks. You get a little check from them based off of their sales. You get a little bonus. And the sky's the limit. You just keep going from there. Okay? All right. So let's take the 50 names list, and here's what I want you to do. I want you to put a check mark by every person on that list that recently lost their job, or their spouse recently lost their job. Okay, they may have been laid off or fired or whatever. So anybody on your list that they recently lost their job, or their spouse recently lost their job. Or it may not have been recently, could have been a year ago, but they're still unemployed, okay? So if anybody on that list that you know for sure, some
Or
people may
lost
not
a
know.
spouse, or lost their husband.
Well, yeah, sure, because
Because the income
they
is
lost
gone,
an
yeah.
income.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they lost one of
That's
their
a
spouse, they've lost an
Yeah.
income, okay? Anyone on your list that has been retired, they recently became retired. It doesn't have to be that recent. They could have been retired 5 or 10 years. People retire very, very young nowadays. They can retire in their 50s and 60s, and you know, you can keep on working into your 90s. I read about a gentleman in Plaquemine one time that he was like 93, and he still walked to work every day. And he said, I will continue to walk to work every day until it's my last day. That's what he lived for, and it kept him going. Okay. All right, so you check off anybody on there that's recently retired. Because a lot of times, especially right now, with the way the economy has been so volatile the past few years, many people that thought their retirement was going to be more, and they thought this would be enough for me to live on, the stock market, suddenly they didn't have what they anticipated in their retirement, so they're looking for supplemental income. Or even they're on Social Security and they realize that it's not enough, I need more. That's not enough for me to live on. They're looking for supplemental income, but they don't really want to go work to where they have to punch a clock. They can be their own boss, okay?
And it's everybody, it's all walks of life.
Oh, yeah.
The guy that has the McLeod Shaw Home Physical Therapy,
Mhm.
McLeod Court, came back out of retirement and went back to work because investments were just not.
That's right. So many people, and it doesn't matter. I want you to remember this. Don't prejudge someone that you think, okay, well, they don't need the money. I mean, look, she drives a Lexus and he drives, you know, a Porsche. They obviously don't need it. They may absolutely need the extra income because they may not be able to keep up those notes, and they're fixing to struggle.
That lady I'm signing up this afternoon is working at a credit union. She wants to retire. And then I told her, I said, I'm driving a red van. She says, I'm driving a white Lexus.
There you go. And so, because I've had representatives tell me, you know, I feel a little, you know, uneasy about approaching someone that's, you know, extremely well dressed or in a fancy car. I'm thinking, you know, you may be at the gas pump and the lady across from you is in a nice business suit and she's driving, you know, an expensive luxury car, and you think, she doesn't need Avon or sell Avon. She may have just come from an interview or on her way to a job interview, and she's been unemployed for months, and that car is fixed to be, you know, turned back in because she can't keep up the payments. So don't, you know, and she's looking for an opportunity, and you could have given it to her. You could have changed her life that day. So let them make the choice if this is something right for them or not. Because that's all you're doing is you're offering an opportunity. And it's life-changing for so many people. So don't ever prejudge that they don't need it. A lot of people will say, you know, we have to realize what's their why. Why did they want to get into Avon? And just like Nikki was saying, you know, I want to basically help women with their self-esteem, make them feel good, things like that. Some women get in, or men, into Avon for an outlet. They just want to meet people, be around people. they may be retired or lost a spouse recently, and they need something. They may not need the money, but they need a challenge. They want to be in a positive environment. And then they realize Avon is just what they've been looking for. So it's not always about the money, the reasoning why people want to become part of Avon. Okay? So let's look at your list. Who on there is a stay-at-home mom? All right? She stays at this home. She's got children, so she doesn't work. Put a check by them. Okay. Okay, now who on your list works but would like to be a stay-at-home mom? I hear that all the time from people. I want to sell Avon. I want to start making enough so that I don't have to go to work. I can stay at home with my children. My granddaughter told me the other day, she was watching a show and the kids were homeschooled on the show. She goes, "Oh, Dee, I want to be homeschooled." I said, "Baby, your mom and daddy both work. They can't, school you at home." She goes, "No, I mean you could be going like that." I said, "Well, Dee works too, but I think you're going to be a lot smarter than me." But a lot of women would love to be at home with their children, and they can't afford to. And then so many of them realize once they start looking at it, how much they spend to go to work and pay child care and everything, that they're only bringing home a few $100s a month. Well, they could go to work for Avon, working just a few hours a week and make a few $100s a month and be home with their kids and not miss out on the things that they like to be there for their children. Okay? All right, so we've got the retired, we've got people that lost a job, we've got stay-at-home moms, we've got those that want to be a stay-at-home mom. All right, and just like Norma mentioned, someone that recently lost a spouse. If you know someone that it might not be financial problems, they may have lost a spouse and they're financially well taken care of, but they've recently lost a spouse, so they may need something new. Just like the young lady that just came in, the customer, Nancy, that Ann was talking to. She's had a tough year. She went through a difficult injury, hospitalization, and her spouse, I think they were divorced, right, Ann?
Well, they had just separated right before that. And
Yeah,
I think
before
that
that.
was the
So
end
she's
of
had a
that.
tough year, and so she's considering Avon. And I told her, if you need something positive in your life, this can be just what you're looking for.
To get your mind off all those
Exactly.
sad things.
Meeting people, meeting new people, because you have a reason to approach strangers and get to know them, with Avon. And it also gives them opportunity to get and connect with people, friends, and family that they didn't really have a reason to call their friends or something. Because now Avon, there's something new to talk about, okay? All right, so you've got those listed on there. Anybody who that you could think of that needs a supplemental income?
That's
about to
everybody.
get hard.
I know,
Yeah,
oh,
just
yes.
put a little check in, check
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Everybody, they don't make enough to make ends meet. You've heard people say, "Gosh, I wish I could pay a little more a month," okay?
A lot of these.
People that want a new car, if I could just make, $400 more a month, we could get that new car. Well, what if you just sold Avon a few hours a week and you could get that new car you want? Keep your other job, okay? Someone who hates their job. They don't want to be a stay-at-home mom. They don't have children, whatever. They just hate their job. I hate it. I've got a mean boss. I hate the hours I have to work. I just don't like it. Put a check mark by it. Anybody who's an entrepreneur that you know of that's been in business for themselves, okay? They may have sold with another direct selling company. They may be selling something, say like candles or something, and there's not enough for them to make just selling candles. You can only sell so many candles and get so much repeat business, whereas we have products that you have to replenish. You have to get more shampoo and more makeup and things like that, more regular basis. So they make it, and you never want to do this. Never, if someone's in another direct selling company, put down their company in any way like, "Oh, you're with Mary Kay?" You don't do it, because what you're doing when you say that is you're insulting them. It would be like someone saying, "Oh, you sell Avon?" Then that's an insult, because that's the company I chose. That's the business I chose.
Well, whenever they say that they've looked into it and they can't afford, and I agree with them, I said, well, that's the difference between them and us.
Right.
We don't have to buy an inventory of 1,000
No
or
inventory to
2,000.
stock.
And that is, I don't see how people can do that today.
No. And I've seen
I know
people-
someone who did that and they went bankrupt.
Oh, yeah.
Or people that have started selling Avon to pay off the debt they had on their account.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a
Yeah.
girl here.
They're great products, you know. I think most of the direct selling companies out there that sell cosmetics have wonderful products. It's not that, it's that we have the same great products, but we have something to fit everybody's budget. We have the top of the line skincare, and we have a skincare that would be comparable to someone that wants to shop at Walmart. So if you want to go to Dillard's, or you
You
want
have
to go
that
to
little
Walmart.
farming cream
we've
that
got
goes on sale for
We have
$3.99. I said,
Okay.
heck of it.
All right, so anybody who's been in another direct selling business that hates their job, you want to approach them. You know, I understand you sell Tupperware, well, you know, I'm with Avon too, and I'm trying to build my team, and we've seen a lot of representatives very successful that, you know, want to add another product line to their business. Although truthfully, I think you're better to focus on just one product line.
I do
But
too.
most people, when they start adding Avon into it, they realize they're making more money with Avon. There are a lot of direct selling companies that the most you can make is 25%. That's it. You can't make higher than that. Whereas with Avon, you can make up to 50%. So when they start looking at it and comparing, they realize they can make more money with Avon. Okay? All right, so you looked over your list, you got all those things there. So now you realize you have a reason to approach these people. Okay? Now, for example, if you were going to call one of your friends who works, but you know she wants to be home with the kids, how would you go about approaching her? Any thoughts?
And you like to talk. You know, you like to talk. She does.
Rachel does too, she
Not
just
enough.
wants to be bachelor.
She pretends.
Any thoughts of what you would want to do when you approach your friend? Nikita?
First of all, I'm gonna give you an example, like for my sister Brittany Norwood, she loves different fragrances. Also, she's a cosmetologist too. For example, like a perfume, like the Fergie perfume,
Right.
and I tell her I need $10 up front, and I collect my $10 from her, and then collect later.
Right.
And for then on, if she wanna join, I add her.
And you know what, a good example for that might be, you can tell her, you know, if you have a customer that's spending a lot with you, that's another thing. If anybody's spending more than $50 with you on a regular basis, you want to approach them that
Oh,
if you
yeah.
ever thought about starting your own Avon business, see if you get these products at a discount, you can get it up to 50% off. Okay? Show them how much this ought to be if they became a representative. Okay? And so that might be an example with your sister. You know, I'd love for you to be my customer, but we could have a lot of fun if we could team up and sell together.
And I love doing demos, and I did demos too for like about 10 years.
Yeah, and see, that's what you're doing with Avon, you're demonstrating the products. And that reminds me, another thing you want to check on your list, and what you want to be looking for, is people that, independent business owners that own a shop. Cosmetologists are wonderful, you know, hairdressers, they have their own shop, salon. You know, the smaller shops, not your, you know, big ones that have Aveda products and stuff, but I'm talking about, you know, an individual that owns their own shop, because they have the perfect opportunity to add to their income by selling Avon there. Now, they may let you put books there if they don't want to sell, but what you can do is, you know, put some products on display in their salon and show them how they can turn that display into money for their shop. You've got women sitting there under the hairdryer, getting their hair highlights, getting their hair done, so they're gonna look through brochures. So why shouldn't that person that's doing their hair be getting the benefit from that? Well, they get the money. Because once you sign them up, oh my gosh, the sky's the limit. Some of our best Avon representatives are hairstylists that have their own, or work in a small salon. Anybody you know that has like a gift shop, a little mom and pop gift shop, any kind of little business where they have people coming in. They may have a little restaurant, it might be a car repair business, anything like that.
Little
But
grocery
they,
store.
yeah, they own this little shop business, and they have access to a lot of people coming in. Sign them up. And people like Rachel, you know, y'all been selling for years, you've got a lot of customers, do not hesitate
Oh, no, I don't.
to sign those customers up, because if you don't, somebody else will, and then you lose them as a customer, and you could have them as a representative. okay?
It took me a couple of years to realize that.
Yeah,
I
I know.
didn't want to give up my customers.
It's hard, but you know what? If you constantly work in your business, it's gonna pay off, okay? Now, if you're not looking for new customers, then you're not gonna get anywhere, but you have to constantly be working your business, okay? So, now look on your list, and, how many names did you start on, or check off there?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay,
The rest are just
yeah,
either stay-at-home moms or, a working mom or men, because I've got,
and you know, do not hesitate, I'm glad you mentioned about men,
yeah,
because men look at things from a different perspective than we do.
Mm-hmm.
They are more business savvy, unfortunately. We look at it as, oh, get this makeup, you know, and I love buying it, we're thinking about all the things we can buy. But men go in and, you know, they're obviously not interested in makeup, so they're looking at it strictly from a network marketing perspective as to how much money they can make. Rachel was talking about in the book that she was reading about success, accelerated success. The gentleman in there signed up 100 people in 90 days. That was his goal.
wow.
Now, I can tell you he didn't piddle around to do that. He
No.
worked hard, and that was his focus, all right? Now, if you want to sign up 100 people in 90 days, and I have no doubt that you could do it, but you have to be committed to it. Like I told you, I did 28 people in 30 days, and I was working a full-time job, okay? Before I became a manager with Avon. I wanted to prove that, hey, I can do this, so I put ads in the paper, I talked to everybody I know, I prospected on my lunch hour, you know, after work and on the weekends, and so you can easily do it if you set your mind to it, okay? And it will change your life and your business, I promise you, if you work that hard,
I'm trying.
okay?
That's why I put it off till the first.
That's why
So
what?
you can
I put it
focus
off till,
on-
yeah, the first, because my daughter's birthday is starting June. I'm gonna try that
There you go.
190 days.
Oh, girl, I would love to see you do that, and I know you can. You can do it. It's just a matter of focus, and you've got to have a plan in place. You can't just say, well, I hope I get 100
I know, I
people.
was like, okay.
Because here's the key.
Well, your plan would have to,
Focus.
your plan would have to be
That's why I pushed it to the first.
day by day, where I'm gonna go, and,
Exactly, and I'll give you some tips, what you
Okay.
can do to achieve that, okay? Because you can't, there's a saying, you know, to get something you've never had before, you have to do something you've never done before.
I know that, I know, honey.
And I have to tell myself that all the time, like I want to lose weight, and I say, well, you know what? If you've tried this diet time and time again and you haven't lost it, you know what? It ain't working. As Dr. Field says, how's that working for you?
Yeah.
You know? So you have to do something different, right? And that's where we, you know, we keep saying, well, I'm trying, I keep putting books out here every week. Well, you know what? If nobody's buying from you there and you've been there every week,
Move on.
maybe you need to go somewhere
I
else. You gotta
know.
do something different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, here's what you need to do. You've heard of the Power of Three with Avon, about talking to 3 people a day, 5 days a week, all right? If you did that, that's 15 people a week. Well, that's all good and fine and cozy for people that just want to, you know, skim along, but if you want accelerated success, if you want to get 100 people in 90 days, you've got to kick that up. And I mean 10 a day, every day, at least 10 a day, all right? Because what happens is, if you contact 10 people a day, in 10 days you've contacted 100 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right? Well, in 90 days, how many people will you contact?
Now, when you say contact, is that email, text, or just
does that have to be in person, all of this?
Well, if
Yes,
you
yes,
just
yes,
send
I'm
out, you
wondering.
know, 90 emails or 100 emails and to, you know,
No,
bulk emails.
I'm like her, mixing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, because what you want to do, and I've had representatives do it, and they were like, wow, I can't believe it. It's how committed you are. What I want you to do is have a try-it kit in their hands, all right?
Okay.
I want you to consider email or post on Facebook as kind of lanyard.
Okay.
A little gravy on that mashed potatoes, okay? So, what you need to do is, you've got to order extra brochures so you're prepared, right? This is in addition to what you've done before, because remember, we got to do something we've never done before. So, if you normally order 100 books to give out, you need to order 200 books, all right? A campaign, because you need to have 10 a day. And what you do is you'll make up 100 trial kits, and if you don't have a flyer for a trial kit, I'll email it to you. And Nikita, I know a lot of this is kind of over your head right now. Just kind of listen to what you can, and then, you know, Ann will follow up with you, but, because I'm kind of going, this is a little more accelerated, but just stick with us. It'll all make sense eventually, okay? But if you put together 100 trial kits every campaign, and you put 10 in your car every day, and you don't come home until you put 10 of those into someone different's hands. Okay, not just like, well, I set one on that chair right again, I'll pick somebody up and get up,
That's me.
Okay?
You
The
better pick up
bathroom?
your son at the,
And there's
when he gets off
passive,
work.
there's passive prospecting, of course. But here's what I'm looking at, okay? Some people say, well, Cheryl, I work full-time, I only have a lunch hour, how do you expect me to see 10 people? You could
You
see
see 10
10 people
people. I'm so
in
tired
your
of
lunch
excuses.
hour easily. For example, I want you to go to a different bank. If you go to the bank today, and you always get the drive-through, and you know that same teller, of course, a lot of times we don't use tellers anymore, but, go through the thing and see the teller, instead of using a little electronic thing, okay? Just today, I'm gonna go through and see the teller at the window, and I'm not gonna pull over here where, I won't see her, I'm gonna pull in.
Okay, now what'll you do with the teller? Because you
Okay.
can't talk very long there.
No, you
Just
can't.
you could send it in the.
Okay?
Just give it to her and what?
Yeah, after you do your transaction, when you go in and say, look, remember my little 30-second commercial I like to do, hey, Susie, I sell Avon, and we're trying to build a team of reps. We need more representatives in this area. I'm gonna send you my book through here with my card, and if you know of anybody that might need some extra income, would you have them call me? I'd really appreciate it, okay? And then she's gonna get the book, and she might look at it, she might say, well, I thought about it, I really can't. And, she's not, obviously, she's working right then, she can't really go into details with you, but you planted a seed right there, okay? And what you gave her with that book is a trial kit with a flower on the front, okay? So you planted a seed right there. Now, if you go to get gas somewhere, and if you go to some of these big racetracks, they may have 4 people working behind the cash register, the long cash register. And when you pull up, and there's a bunch of, don't pull over where there's no cars, pull where there's some other cars around you, and you can kind of even, if you have the opportunity, you can kind of spot it out, If you got, just muddy pickup trucks here with 4-wheelers in the back, and these guys all in camouflage just come from hunting, and over here you got some minivans and stuff, well, I'm probably gonna pull over here with little minivans, all right?
Yeah.
I probably have
You
a better
think you
shot
can
over here with the minivans and the moms and stuff, okay? Now, I'm not saying
Right.
these guys over here, I can't help them out, because you know what, they probably need bug guards.
Shower
And they
gel.
can bring it back and tell their wives about it, so don't discount it, that's all you got. Talk to the guys, with the muddy 4-wheelers that just come out of the woods, all right? I'm just saying, if you have a choice, where to park,
Yeah.
obviously, we may have a better shot of finding a representative amongst the minivans than the guys coming out of the woods hunting, right? So, there's 3 other cars around me. I'm going to just hand that to those 3 other cars while my gas is pumping. And you know what? I might not even need gas. I might have just thought this was a great opportunity. I'm just going to open it up, stick those things in, talk to these people, okay?
That's a good thought.
Really, they say, been to 4 gas stations today. You must drive a lot. No, I just stopped. Put $1 in every each one. No, just stop there. Open your tank. It's like you're waiting for your gas, and you can stand there for a while. Like you're still pumping. Talk to them, okay? Then go inside
That's something I
and talk
don't
to
do.
things there, okay?
I do not go inside.
I know most of the time you don't
Yeah.
need to, unless you're getting, a beverage.
I'm
or
have to
you
just
get
make it
something.
my, but I have to make it my business to go to a different, because the ones I go to, I don't want to go inside.
Okay, so you go
I'm
inside.
sorry.
So if you've talked to 3 people out there and you go inside and there may have been 2 or 3 cashiers inside, usually there's at least 2 unless it's those little bitty ones that just has 1 person. So then you've talked to 4 or 5 people right there, all right? You planted some seeds.
And I'm halfway back home.
You go to the one by Walmart on Invention Thruway.
I hate to go because oh my God.
And
I know it's wrong, but I'm sitting there, you hear this girl on the phone on the side, cursing somebody out and telling them what she just stole and to meet her somewhere because she could sell it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I really want you on my Avon team.
No, yeah.
I'm like, I want to pump fast.
Get out of here.
You need a new gas station.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
think about
Gas
those
station.
things.
Which
Now,
one you talking about?
you can even go inside the bank sometime,
Yeah.
because you'll see lots of tellers, and when you're telling this one, the others go, oh, you're with Avon? Yeah, and let me give y'all some samples. Let me give y'all some free samples, okay?
And I need to start going inside.
Okay.
I go to the drive-thru.
Approach some different things in different places, all right?
I do go in.
Now, I know that Rachel, y'all told me, is the potty queen, because she hangs her brochures in the bathroom, which is great.
I do too.
That's good, but,
I
you
know.
know, it's not direct, okay?
That's why I do it.
All right.
because
I
it's
know.
not
It's
correct.
my favorite way to do
Okay.
it, it really is.
And how's that working for you, Dr. Bill says? Have you gotten calls from it?
Yeah.
I've discovered there's some lovely bathrooms.
Yes. Oh my Lord.
And
Super
Rachel
One
and I
bathroom.
compared notes about,
Yeah,
oh, I've been in that one, it's a
Oh
nice
my
one.
Lord.
I know, it's like when we went to,
It makes
not
lovely
your
lunch
mama's, I told
conversation.
my son, you gotta go in the
I
bathroom.
know.
Queens.
Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
The Super One really.
Yeah, Super One really shocked
If
me.
you have,
Oh.
if you're really in need,
Honestly,
find
it's
your Super One.
very-
They've
it's
redone
so
the
pretty.
bathrooms, and
Yeah.
they're very, very
Sounds like
nice.
George on Seinfeld talking about bathrooms. Okay, so we can, last
Yeah,
resort, you
go
got a
inside,
brochure
make it
left,
sit,
you
try
can
to-
put it in the potty there, okay, hang on the door, not in the potty, okay. A good thing what I've done is, like, on the toilet paper roll, I'll actually leave a business card right there, because I've done
Ah.
extra business cards that just say, start your own business for $10, call me or sign up online
Putting you in the
with your
bathroom anyway.
website, with
Yeah,
your
but they're gonna
with
wonder
your
what-
website and the code, and make sure that's
I
on there.
like that.
You can do simple business cards that really pop. You don't need a whole bunch of information, but that's just saying, start your own Avon business for $10, call me, or pay $20 and sign up online.
I thought it
Whoa.
was 10 now. I
It's
thought it was
10.
10 online now.
Oh, is it 10 online now?
Thank you, Jesus.
Really? Gosh, I didn't know that.
Just
Thank you.
recently.
See?
Yeah.
I leave for 2 months and they just change
We
everything.
learned
No,
this.
huh?
They just did
They should
it
run
like
that
maybe
line.
Yeah, we
last
learned this
week.
our last meeting with, 2 weeks ago, our
When they
sales
were in
meeting.
there, okay, all right, so I didn't read that, okay. Well, thank you for enlightening me, okay. That's even better. That's
Mhm.
wonderful.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I mean, I was
Really help
losing them,
you.
especially since I get
Yeah.
leads from like Duloc.
Yeah.
Whatever the heck Duloc is, but
Yeah.
if they know they can sign up with face-to-face, they just,
Yeah, well, that's wonderful. Now, and always follow up with them, even though you do it online.
Oh yeah, what I
okay?
normally do with the ones online, when I had my surgery, I
Yeah.
did that. Once they got the kid, we did the whole appointment over the phone. And
Yeah.
I had quite a few of them, they stayed. I mean, it was like just a regular thing. Only difference was it wasn't, and I eventually met with them later, not all of them, but some.
Yeah, some of them, and you can't maybe do face-to-face, but, you can Skype. Or
Yeah, I know, I was trying to
there's,
get them to do that.
Yeah, or, if you don't have FaceTime, there's an app called Tango, and
Mhm.
it's a free app for a smartphone. If you have an iPhone or Android or some of the smartphones, it's called Tango.
Ah.
And it's like FaceTime on iPhone or
Oh.
Skype, where you can, see them face to face, and it gives it a more personal approach to do your follow-up training.
Oh, okay.
And you can do Skype calls free from your
Mhm.
computer, so that way you can see them face to face and talk with them for training. Okay?
so I'm struggling with that. It's like I get them and I said, look, now when your kid comes in, this is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna go over the whole thing that you get in, and they're like, oh yeah. And then I'm like, okay, I get the email that it was sent out, and I'm like, okay.
You know what? Go ahead and
Did you
set
get
up a
your kid?
time.
Did you get your kid? Did you get your kid? Because, but sometimes the kids are coming in 2 days. I had one
Yeah.
of them, the doggone kid didn't get to her until like 9 days later.
Oh my goodness, so that's out of the ordinary.
So,
Yeah.
you don't know when to call, and so
Yeah.
I'm calling, I'm texting, and nobody's
Yeah.
responding, or one of the girls said, well, I know I said that would be great, but I'm really busy, so when I have questions, I'm gonna text you. It's like,
Well, you
you
know what, and
can't
another
grab
thing,
them by the neck.
mentioning that is, you want to always encourage them, they need to take the Beauty of Knowledge classes online. So when a representative contacts you asking questions that are in the book, you'd say, do you have your book with you that, from when I signed you up, or, obviously, if you didn't do it in person. Say, look on turn to page 10, okay, there's the answer to the question there. Or that's covered in the Beauty of Knowledge class on calculating earnings, and they've added some new ones because things are changing and updating. They just
And then
updated.
on their landing page, they have key classes for new reps. And I
Right.
remember one rep's like, wow, I didn't see that. I'm thinking, good Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
And you know what?
okay.
Offer a little incentive for those that you're gonna meet in person. Say, when you take those Beauty of Knowledge classes, print your certificates out and bring them when we follow up training, and I'll have a little gift for you. And it could be some samples from the new product, or whatever. You got some stuff you get from the outlet books and that kind of thing. Okay. All right. So how we're getting those 10 a day out? Like I say, we're gonna go different places. We're gonna talk to the people and make a point. If you go into a business like your doctor's office, and there may be 4 people in your doctor's office, 5 or whatever. Think about that. On your calendar, plan ahead for 2 weeks at a time, and calendar is key.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, if you don't keep a calendar and plan your day, and plan your week and your month, I can do a whole workshop on calendar management that just will turn your life around. I
Oh,
just-
please do.
I was gonna say, okay, so should I write that one in?
Oh, if
Yeah,
y'all want me
can
to.
I
Oh, yeah.
pencil that in?
Oh, God,
It's like
yeah.
Okay, well, we will do
I
that.
do notes all over the place.
We will do a calendar
I
management
know,
workshop,
I lose
okay?
my notes.
And then I lose my notes.
Mhm.
Y'all never have one?
No,
I don't
Or
remember.
maybe so long ago you don't remember?
I don't
What's
remember.
that?
I think I remember vaguely, I remember talking about putting in the certain size rocks.
Big
before you-
rocks and little
Yeah.
rocks?
That was Cheryl, but
That's
she-
what
but it-
way
but it was
back.
just a well, she did it at the
What's
Avon
rocks?
101, but it was like just a very
Oh,
small
no, I mean way
part.
before
Yeah,
then.
yeah, it wasn't. a
No,
whole
way before
class.
then,
I
it
just
was,
did y'all a
it was just on calendar
segment
management, that was
on the
years.
yeah. Okay, well, we will do a workshop
Things
strictly
you gotta
calendar
do for the
management,
day.
okay?
Oh,
Do that
okay.
for y'all while I'm here, okay? I mean, not today, but,
Yeah.
I will plan it for y'all. Okay, so you've got to plan it out in your calendar, what you're gonna do to get those 10 brochures out every day. Now, for example, you may have a child or a grandchild or niece or nephew or somebody that plays on a ball team during the summer. So you know I'm gonna go to the ballpark every Thursday, all right? So if I'm going to the ballpark Thursday, surely I can get 10 trial kits out at the ballpark out, right?
Mhm.
Okay, or at least 5. So plan, and always underestimate so that, say I'll get 3 out of the ballpark. If you get 10 out, that's great, but don't plan on all 10 and you get there and you only got to talk to 3 people,
Mhm.
okay? So plan out, what am I gonna do? On my lunch hour, if I work, this is where I'm gonna go, Monday, Tuesday, plan it. Where am I gonna go that I can see people and get these books out? And you put the 10 in your car and you don't go home and call it a day until I've put those 10 into someone's hands. And Rachel, I understand, people having fears and phobias and stuff. Do you think just doing something like that,
Well, while you
Would
saying
make
this,
you
what I'm
feel
thinking is I picture it has to be real early so the sun doesn't kill me. I could take my book and one of my books and I'm gonna read it. Sit in the park with my Avon thingy, the bag,
Yeah.
and put that down, and
Okay.
then wait a little bit to see who's gonna come around before I
Okay.
approach anybody. So,
Sure.
yeah, I'll try.
in the park?
Because a lot of moms early in the morning with the kids before it gets
Yeah.
too hot in the things
Yeah.
get real hot and burn the kids
Mhm.
and then to the hospital.
Just be careful in the park by yourself.
But I have other people there. They're not gonna do me nothing. Nobody, no, I eat
Since
too
that
much. They're gonna
girl,
keep me.
since that girl's
Huh?
missing,
People
I
still
know,
go
it's
to parks
warm
for
coming.
things.
Okay, and the
I
other
hope they
thing
all
is,
went to McDonald's.
choosing to go in pairs
That's where
and
we went.
groups kind of gives you more confidence. So what you can plan with your team, anyone in your downline, and they don't have to be in your downline. I mean, you can partner with people at their downlines and say, here, would y'all like to, let's go to the mall every Friday between, 10 and 2 or whatever, and have some fun with it, that we're gonna go prospect. We're gonna get those 10 out, I might get 20, go back to the car and get 10 more, and get out 20 today.
just like somebody else is doing something online on Avon. I lost her address, but one of the things she suggested was 2 unit leaders or whatever go out together, or 2 reps, and you dress up nice. You bring a table. You can either be on a parking lot of a grocery store or a corner somewheres, and you each take a turn going up and handing them a little try it kit. Each of you take a turn. The next one, and you're gonna get leads that way too.
That's what we should have done.
And we have tailgating, Now, I want to ask y'all, and that brings up a good point.
Don't wait
Will
for
they
them to
allow
come to you.
y'all to set up out front here?
We set
We've
up.
done that.
We set up at the Foot Action, the empty building, Friday.
But across the.
But we were like,
Not in front of the store.
not in front of the, we were like on
Off
like
the
by the
street.
stops.
If someone would have lost control
They
of the
did.
car,
Oh, we were able to take us
they'd have
out.
wiped out all
Yeah,
3
they'll
of
take us
us.
out. So I mean, we didn't get
Yeah.
much, but honestly, it was hot as hell. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't.
I enjoyed the
really.
company.
Yeah, I don't. I wouldn't. I don't mind. I don't mind doing it again. I think I want to sit there again.
I don't think it's
But,
up to them.
do you know, like, does the shopping center allow you to?
I
set
don't
up
know.
out
See, that's
We
why
were
we.
in the
That's why
shopping
we
center,
did.
but we
Yeah,
were
that's
not
why we
in
did
the
that because we
entrance,
wasn't
so it's
sure.
closed.
Yeah.
No one would care.
Yeah, that's why we did it.
Yeah.
But I mean, we could probably do it here.
Yeah, if you set up, here like a sidewalk sale kind of thing, but
Yeah, that's something we
Yeah.
talked about, but we were
And-
like kind of with all the rules and regulations, and they can't do this and they can't do
I
that
know.
around here. So I don't know.
What,
so that's
do
what
they
we need to
have some
find out,
new
if
rules?
y'all can set up there.
I'm talking about here at the center.
In
Not
here?
too much you could do with it anymore. So I don't know.
Well, the center is going to, we're turning things around here, because I've ordered for y'all, we're gonna make that front window, it's gonna be advertising for y'all, okay? We're not gonna have Albies in the front window, because nobody, if you're not with Avon, you don't know what those
Mhm.
are, okay? You just see statues of an old lady, you know, from the, you know, turn of the century. So they wonder, what does that have to do with Avon? You know, I mean, if you don't
Well,
sell
it
Avon,
used to
you
be
know who
full
she
of
is.
products,
Right.
but the
I
no
know.
manager shipment comes here
Right.
anymore, so.
So what I did is I ordered some products that are gonna go there for display, some purses and totes and stuff, okay?
Cool.
And so that it's gonna be really cool stuff there in the window, that when people pass by, they can go, wow, that's Avon, all right? And I ordered banners that are gonna be hanging across there saying to come sign up on Wednesdays at noon, you know, banner, an 8-foot banner, all right?
Cool.
And I ordered a decal that's gonna go on the door, once again saying that. I ordered posters, some different things that's gonna help y'all.
Good.
And,
Well, who can come here, who signs up on Wednesdays? I thought that was just management.
No,
you know, anybody, any rep, any of the leadership can come here on Wednesday.
that was a
Yeah.
that was an email that went out.
Yeah.
Must have not-
And, what you have to do is
Rachel.
hand out flyers, and that, on those trial kits and those brochures, you want to tell them. But now, if you're gonna put that on your brochure, you need to make sure that you.
And it's
you can be
every
here
yeah
at noon on
every
Wednesday.
every
have to
Wednesday.
commit.
Yeah, you have to commit to coming here on Wednesday too, because if you're just putting out flyers, you know, other reps are
And
not
what
gonna
time to
sign
what
those.
time is this?
12 noon on Wednesday, okay? So you can put either, be there at 12 noon on Wednesday, or call me to set up an appointment for another time, okay? Or sign up online and the kit comes directly to you, all right? Now, what I'm doing is I'm gonna be offering, a $20 welcome kit to all the representatives that sign up between now and I think July 10th, okay? A $20 welcome kit,
Like $20 welcome?
Yeah. No, I don't remember what date I had on this.
yeah. I think it's July 10th.
I think we talked about that
Yeah.
last week.
Okay, yeah, all right. The
And
other
all
thing I
their
want-
names go into a drawing too.
No, she didn't give us a date. So
Yeah.
July 10th.
Yeah,
Okay, because you didn't
Okay.
give us a date.
and, also, which I don't have my paper with me, about the incentive that we put out, that,
Oh, the ones, let's see, for recruits, you get a gift. Get someone into leadership, you get a gift. And for every recruit, you spin the prize wheel. If we get 50 in 2 weeks, a steak dinner and a guest. And the guest is a non-Avon, no representative. And I can't remember, it was something else that we did less than 50. I guess I didn't want that one.
Fifty was
So.
for
The
the
steak.
steak dinner, we did 50 recruits in, 1739.
35
Okay.
is the other, that was the first number she said.
35, that, for every recruit.
The Lucy bag.
You're gonna go into a drawing for the Lucy
Lucy
bag.
bag, yeah.
And if you get 50, you still, for every recruit, you go in 1739, you get to go in for the Lucy bag. But 50, you do the steak dinner.
Got
And
it.
how long we have till?
You
We have another week left, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, here's the thing, the
If you got
$20 free gift, because I know that, you know, you get recruits that come in here, we've got a banner, that aren't for 1739. Okay, that'd be 7042, or, you know, like I say, they may be in Billy's district. So anybody that comes in here on Wednesday to sign up, it has to be they come here Wednesday at noon,
Okay.
will get a $20 gift bag, whether it's our district or not.
Okay.
Okay? Because the sign's gonna say that, we can't say, oh, you're not in our district, you know. So anybody that comes Wednesday at noon, they get the $20 gift bag regardless of what district they're in.
Okay.
Now,
I'm
somebody's
sure
here,
Rhonda
who
would
unlocks it?
Yeah.
wanna-
Yeah.
Either Dawn
Yeah. Right.
or Ann.
Do what now, Norma?
She was asking who unlocks on Wednesday.
Because I have a key, I guess I can throw it away, it's not good.
Throw it. You could frame it.
Now, like I said, if any of you want to pick a night to do, the banner only says Wednesdays at noon, but if y'all want to pick a night, like where you say 6 o'clock or something, I just always want you to be more than one person here for safety reasons. I don't want ever being just
God,
one
yeah.
person, okay? But if you want to pick a night, I even did up 25 flyers talking about coming here, you know, getting the free gift. So I got 25 of those come in their color, and then y'all can make copies of it.
Okay.
Okay, because with Vistaprint, you got 25 free. Of course, this free stuff cost me like $70 something. I got the 8-foot
Isn't
band.
it funny how quickly free
Oh,
is not free?
no.
Yeah,
Oh, my
and now they
God.
don't do the business cards.
I
and the
know,
postcards
and the
free. I'm
postcards,
like,
I know, I'm so upset.
I know, it's like,
Oh.
I've been doing this for years, and it's like the Dollar Tree's gonna go up to $3 now or something. You know?
I know, I know.
Well, the dollar stores, no, over at the dollar store, Family General.
Yeah, but the Dollar Tree, you know. Because Dollar Tree and Vistaprint, I mean, you know, everyone's savings, right? Okay, so anyway, that's what we're doing, you know, 1739 recruits. But now, your fast start, it's on long as they're in 1739, but their recruit doesn't have to be in 1739, and I still call them fast starts. Your new candidate that, in your downline, if you help them get their first recruit, you know, you're gonna get a gift. But their recruit doesn't have to be obviously in 1739, as long as the candidate is in 1739, okay? So we're giving you the $20 gift bags, you know, to help them. Now, for reps, for y'all, even if they don't come on Wednesday, they get the $20 gift bag, because,
Okay.
you know, if they're for our district. But the ones that come here, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in other words, 1739, anybody we sign up is gonna get that.
If
Yeah,
they-
over
in-
the next 2 weeks.
in
Well,
district.
actually till July 10th.
In district appointment.
Yeah.
Till July 10th?
Yeah, until July 10th. Now, but if they come in here on Wednesday, it doesn't matter which district they're in, they
Okay.
get a $20 gift back, okay?
But our little incentive from last Thursday ends next Thursday.
Yes.
For the, was
Right.
it 4? We had to each have 4 or 5?
You each needed
Four.
four to get a special gift, but you will get to spin the prize wheel for every recruit, okay? All right?
I got one so far, but I'm trying to get this other one signed up, because my one
two, I may
yesterday,
have
no, Iberia
three.
doesn't count.
I mean,
And so how many of y'all gotten in the past week?
One that counts for me. One that counts, because the other one in New Iberia is not, I forgot that was in our district.
Oh, okay, all right,
I have one this afternoon at 4 and one at 10 tomorrow morning.
good,
And I have my friend when she comes back. I may have 3.
good,
I'm
that's
hoping.
awesome. And don't forget, get them to get their first recruit, okay? Help them get their first recruit.
I already told her to start doing me the 50 names.
Good. And
I
if they get
remember
their
to do
first
that.
recruit, okay, if you help someone get their first ever recruit, that'll count towards your 4,
Okay.
okay?
Need to
So in
call
other words, if
Naomi.
you get 3, but you help somebody get their first ever recruit that's in 1739, that'll count as your 4. Does that make
Okay,
sense? Okay.
cool.
Okay. Now, what I want to tell you about, so that's going to help you, not just in these next few weeks, but it's going to help you forever. And that is, if you don't already have a lead box or a lead binder, does anybody have one?
I have a folder.
Okay, you got a
Couple of
folder?
folders, yeah.
Okay. Because this is where truly successful people in network marketing, they're going to do it. Now, you can get the little box, and I've shown y'all in, if you've ever been to my workshop, Mojo Mock Cinema,
Yeah, I remember that, oh,
okay,
yeah.
remember that? Okay, that where I showed you how to do a lead box. You get one of the little plastic things or whatever, like you put recipe cards in, and you get the little tabs.
I need to go back to that, because I like
January
that.
through December, get the little tabs to go in it, and then just index cards and put in there. And what you do is every person you talk to, or that calls your ad in the paper, or that is a lead from Avon. Now, do y'all all 3 get leads from Avon?
Yes, and I make a folder for them, and I'm
Good.
fixing to go back over all my old ones.
Oh, yeah, so I was on that too.
Absolutely. Don't ever throw a lead
Oh, no,
away
I save every one of
unless
them.
they say, I'm sorry, she's deceased or whatever, you know?
Then you try to recruit them.
Huh?
Then you try to recruit the person on the phone.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
so
I-
sorry, would you like to sell?
Yeah.
She
You probably need a
really
distraction,
wanted to
huh?
sell Avon.
really-
You should do that in her
Yeah.
memory.
In her honor. Yeah. Okay. But what I want you to do, never throw those leads away. Because I'm telling you, just because if someone at one point was interested, okay, things distract them. I know I have called about something one time that, direct buy or something, and the people kept calling me. At the time, I was interested in going to check it out, but I was too busy. Well, then I realized it was outrageous expensive, so forget it, but, they kept calling, and they kept calling, and I kept saying, okay, I do want to. It just wasn't convenient, okay? So, people, if they called you, unless there's just flat out, you know, I never want to do that, you know, for whatever reason, don't throw it away. And what I want you to do, if you can't reach them, I want you to call them during the daytime, like in the morning, anytime after 9. Don't call people too early, you never know how they're.
Or too late.
Yeah, and I say never call them after 9 at night. But I want you to call them in the morning. If you can't, the next time I want you to call them in the evening between 7 and 8. And the next time I want you to call them on a Saturday morning, say between 10 and 12. All right?
So 3 tries.
Yeah, and it's at different times, because telemarketers will do that, okay? They know, okay, if I didn't reach her during the day, then I'll try her in the evening, then I'm gonna try on Saturday morning. Because if you get their voicemail and they don't call you back, you need to keep leaving them a message. And if the lead shows their email address, I want you to send them an email, and then I want you to keep sending them email every week until you get a response from them, but say something different in each email. And then I want you to send them a postcard in the mail, or a personal little note letter, okay? Because you can't give up, because well, I tried, I called her a couple times, she never answered, I left her voicemail, so I just give up. Well, you know what? Somebody else is gonna catch her at the right time, or him, and sign them up. So try all those avenues. Get out, get you some postcards done at Vistaprint, even though they're not free now, they're still, you know, a very good investment for your business. Get you some postcards so that all you have to do is put their name and address. That say, you know, you're interested in Avon, it's a great time, meet me at noon at the center, or call me and we'll set up a time, or sign up online. So they got 3 options. Meet me at noon on Wednesday, sign up online, or call me and we can schedule a time that's more convenient for you, okay? So make sure they know those 3 options when you email them, make sure they know those 3 options on the postcard, and make sure they know those 3 options when you call them on the phone, and if you leave them a message, be sure and tell them that. And I'll tell you the good trick to help, so people will call you back, and this also works with your downline. Like I told you last week, you look at your downline list and see who's selling 250 or more, you know, and you call them and you leave them a message, you know, hey Ann, this is Cheryl, back with Avon, hope you're having a great day, I have some really good news for you, give me a call back. What's the good news? So she's going to call you back. Well, Ann, I'm just excited. I've been looking over my list. I'm trying to help some new people make unit leader, and you qualify with your sales to start leadership. And I'm really excited. I want to meet with you and talk to you about it. You know, could you use a $300 bonus right now? Well, you qualify to try to earn it. So leave them a message that makes them want to call you back. Don't just leave them a message, hey, this is Ann, call me back. You know, I hate when people don't tell me what you want. Tell me what you want when you call. You know? Okay?
Then you're telling us to do it.
Okay? Yeah. Yeah, when you call me now, tell me what you want. No, but, you know, we're representatives. It saves a step if you go ahead and tell me your problem when you call, leave me the message, so that, you know, we can figure it out. You know, if you call my assistant, and I'll tell y'all, any problems with accounts and stuff, Susan handles that, okay? So when you call me, I'm going to be calling Susan, so save yourself a step.
Yeah, well, she's the one that emailed me and said to send, I don't know what, so she could send it to you.
Yeah.
What do you think about all the leads we get that want to be called in the evening?
I still try them at any time. I think it just picks something.
You have to put, you know, what's the best time to call, so they just check something. It doesn't mean that's the only time you call them. It just gives you that thing on there. So try them in the evening, but then try them in the morning.
Because I didn't know when they wanted evening, I ended up catching it earlier than that. I'll give it a try, but evening, I don't know how late, I'll just do 7.
Oh, I don't go past.
And then, but I always try different times. I try the time they ask on first, and if I don't catch them, that means
And then I had 2 from Avon, never had this before. I had 2 leads, and that letter right after, not to contact them.
Never seen that.
No.
I got 2, about 3.
A letter?
Yeah, that's why I haven't hardly had any leads this month, because prior to these last 3, my New Roads and St. Martinville and Lafayette, I had a Sidney Johnson, and I forgot the other one's name.
Did you call Avon?
Avon sent you a letter, sent it?
Oh, an email right after that it was from Avon that said that, one of them, it said that they were pulling the credit and not to contact them.
Oh, I like that.
Not to
Oh, I
discuss
love
it with them unless they called me.
Oh, I love that. That's the case.
That's not a bad thing.
That's
I'm
good.
gonna forward it to you.
Please, yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna forward you the lead and I'm gonna forward you.
Okay, cool.
And then,
yes.
so I called, one of them's Martha Washington, I don't think she's one.
Martha's still alive? Jesus. George is gone and Martha's still
Phone's
kicking.
disconnected. And then I called her other number and a child answered. This was last night, about 7:30, 8 o'clock. No, she's not here.
Baby, who you home with?
Yeah, well,
That's what I thought of.
Oh, I love
So
that.
that's great, that's wonderful.
Yes,
But
don't
I
waste
do
my
love
time.
'em.
All right.
Oh, yes.
So let's get back, because I realize we're running time here, but, okay, we've got your lead box here.
Jenny
And
took it again.
what you're gonna do is, let's just say I met, you know, Susie in Walmart, because I was checking out, while you're checking out, get in that long line and talk to people around you. You're sitting in line and start a conversation, right? Okay. So I'm in line at Walmart and I met Susie, so I'm gonna write on the lead card, you know, Susie, met at Walmart, you know, blonde hair, 3 kids, whatever, so I can remember who she is, okay? And, you know, pregnant, call back in July, okay? Something, so I remember, okay, yeah, I remember she was pregnant, she said, come back, call her back in July. And you called her in July, and she said, well, you know, it ended up being triplets.
Oh,
and
good
so
Lord.
we're,
Poor baby.
triplets, and so we're kind of taking up right now, can you call me back, in September, whatever. So just make a note, and then keep doing it. Okay, so now I'm gonna move that card from July to September. So eventually, if you keep doing this, you're gonna fill up this lead box, so you've always got people to call. So when the next month comes around, I pull out a stack of cards, and I start calling them. And I can work my lead
So
box.
you do it by the,
About a month.
By month.
Mhm.
And then if I've got their
I
address
used to
on
have one.
there, I've got their email address, their mailing address, and I'll put on there mail postcard,
Oh,
you
yep.
know,
All
7
the
9,
contacts.
you know, phone call, 7 a.m., you know, 6:30, you know, so you know when you sent the postcard, when you called them, what they said, you know, that kind of thing. So you have your follow-up. That's that lead box, okay? So that's gonna help you
that
as well.
sounds good.
All right. So, we want to make some goals for the upcoming week, right? Okay? So what are going to be your goals for the next week?
To try to get my 4 for sure, 5
Alright.
if I can,
We're gonna
6,
get your
7,
4.
whatever.
Yeah, keep on moving from there, all right?
But at least 4.
All right,
I wanna get a lead box.
Me
there you
too.
go. Get a lead box.
Yeah, I'm getting another one, yeah. I used to have one.
Okay, Rachel's gonna get another lead box.
Yeah,
Okay.
I always start stuff
Cause
inside.
that's just,
You know, and if you want, you get a longer one, or the other little plastic
Mhm.
ones, you know, the small ones to start with, but you can decorate it with stickers and things to put a little
Yeah, I like that.
motivational saying on top, or a picture of what your goal
Oh my
is.
God, I
because
have
it's like I
one
have the
for
binder,
recipe.
and I've been trying to, you know, make my notes and
Mhm.
put them all up in there, and I even thought, without realizing that was a good idea, to kinda like, okay, these were the ones I did in May,
Yeah.
but I put them just, okay, May.
Mhm.
But then if I had to go back and see who I need to follow up back with,
Right.
I'm sitting there going through May's,
Yeah.
okay, May, April,
And
May,
then, you
then
know,
I'm
once
going
you've
back
signed
and
them
then-
up,
but-
you know, pull it out.
Right,
Mhm.
but, and I'm not doing that,
Yeah.
I'm keeping them there because I'm thinking I need to keep my documentation, but then like, where you're saying, okay, they're saying call me back in 2 weeks, so if 2 weeks falls in June and you're moving
Then
into
that's when
June,
your calendar management comes into hand, because, okay,
Right.
I may be calling them back next week,
Mhm.
and so there is no next week in my calendar box, it's just months. That's where the lead box is gonna work in conjunction with your calendar.
Mhm.
And we're gonna do that in the calendar management, whether you're using an online, smartphone app, or if you're more comfortable with paper calendar.
see, because right now I'm
Yeah.
just going through the leads
Yeah.
and looking.
And that way you write it down, and you have it down to call back the leads, okay? And what's a convenient time for you, ask them, you know, okay, great. And another thing you can do with your representatives is put things, you know, once you've signed them up and you're gonna be doing their next training contact, okay, I'm gonna have it down for you to call me next Thursday at 3 o'clock, that works for you, okay? So you're putting in their hands for them to call you, okay, I'll be waiting for your call. Then if they don't call, you can follow up with them. But try putting it, that shows that they're taking the initiative, okay?
Mhm.
We're gonna do your next training call at 3 o'clock next Thursday, okay? All right? So the goal, you wanna get a lead box, normally you wanna, get at least 4. What's your goal?
I'm gonna start talking to people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure.
She talks
That's
to,
okay.
she talks to
No,
people
I
now,
said,
she
oh,
talks
yeah,
to
me too.
people more than
Yeah.
she thinks
But-
she talks to.
You know, and when I sit back and think about it, I do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I mean, because it's just.
But you're like
normal
a
stuff you
radio.
do. Huh?
You're like a radio, and that's good.
I don't understand.
When you turn it on, you don't know when to stop. You keep
That
going
doesn't
on
sound
and
good.
on and on. Yeah, that's good. Because if they show this much interest, if they give you the green light, honey,
Yeah.
you know what to say. And sometimes I freeze up. You know, I don't have as bad a problem as you to talk to a stranger. But then once I get going, sometimes it's like I draw a blank and I'm like, okay, what else I'm gonna say, or, you know, and Francine used to say, well, come on here, we'll practice, and I never did, you know.
And that's true, that, you know, we do some of those things with the role playing, to where we practice role playing with each other, doing prospecting.
See, oh.
I could
I know,
probably learn.
I
You've
can
done
talk
that.
to the strangers easier than
Yes,
the role play.
you know, that's so true. That
Yeah.
sounds crazy, but oh my God, I hate role play.
I do, when you're in a group setting and you feel.
I'll just take a toothpick and stab myself in the eye and pass. I watch.
Oh. Great.
But we're gonna work on all these things, we're gonna help y'all get there, okay? So we can make this goal. Now, once I get into the computer system, I'm gonna be able to report to y'all daily, this is what we are at. But I did get an email from Caprice saying our district was like at 16 editions for this campaign, and we were 12 short. That's
Ooh.
really, really,
Ooh.
really bad.
Mhm.
We need to kick it up, right?
Okay.
So we wanna show her that this is a power team and we can do it, right? And I didn't look at 1742's numbers, but I know that they can use all the help they get, even if they made their numbers, they can use more, right? Okay? But we're gonna kick things up. We wanna make you that goal. We're gonna get you on the right track. So you're starting Friday, June the 1st. That's tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
I
that's
should. You know, I think I need
tomorrow.
to move it
Oh, no.
because my daughter's birthday. Well, no, because I plan on talking to
Yeah.
Teresa, the lady at the hotel.
When's her
Yeah.
birthday?
Monday, but the party Saturday. But
Okay,
yes,
party
that's good.
Saturday, okay.
June 1st. Yeah, I'm sticking to it.
You're sticking to
Yep.
it? Okay, good. All right.
June
Because
1st is tomorrow.
I wanna see how you're doing with that, and what I'm gonna do is I'll put up a page for us on Facebook for people that are doing 10 a day, and we'll report in. You
Okay.
do your 10 a day and where you did them, okay? Does that work?
Okay.
Okay? Put the 10 a day page, and so that way we can see how it's working out, where you put them, what kind of response.
That's on the
you're getting.
1739.
No, I'm just gonna put a little page, it's just for the leadership
Oh,
reps
okay,
that are
be
short
private.
10
Yeah,
a
just for
day.
leadership of the
Okay,
Okay.
good.
All right, so I'll put that up there just for us to focus on that, how we're doing with the 10 a day.
And you'll send, we gonna see him too, or?
Yeah, I'll send you an email, so if you
Okay.
want to participate, you can do that. 'Cause I should hopefully by tonight be legally.
Yeah,
Send all the little flyers you have that'll
Okay.
help, anything.
Now, I have a Yahoo group page that I put together
Oh,
last
okay.
year, I think, where I uploaded tons of
Are you
flyers that you
serious?
can print out.
What is the
Yeah.
Oh, what is it?
Because I used to go there every once in a while to see what I
Look
can
on
find.
my Facebook page and
Okay.
scroll down, but I'll find it, the link to it, and I'll post it on,
Okay, good.
there again, okay?
Okay.
Because I uploaded flyers, but you know what I was excited to see on Facebook? I didn't realize this has happened recently, where you can upload documents now, not just pictures.
Well, you know what? It was there, and all of a sudden it disappeared. Because I used to do that. The document,
Yeah.
it disappeared.
Because I was having to take documents and save them as a JPEG to
Yeah,
upload,
and I
then
didn't-
it
yeah.
didn't print out as clear, and reps
Yeah.
would say, can you just email it to me, because I downloaded, because I had to save it as a picture and then.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't print
But
well.
I noticed
Mhm.
yesterday, because I uploaded the $10 bill recruiting
I
flyer.
got that.
on our
Yeah, I got that
Facebook page.
You
email.
can have this.
Yeah.
And so I tried it out, and I was like, yeah, it works. And it took a while, it kept
Email,
saying
I'll send it
loading,
to
loading, but, so I can actually
Email, I'll
upload a
send it to you
document.
so you can just
Okay.
change it.
I'm
All right.
seeing that thing.
So, are we fired up for next week?
I am.
All right, so what was your goal?
Well,
Start
I'm
your 10
gonna start
today.
doing my 10
The
today.
other day.
Yeah.
All right, Nikita, what's your goal for this week?
My goal is to talk to, all the women and men that are interested, on about Avon for me.
All right,
And
that sounds
recruitment.
good. And here's what I want to try to get you to do. Try to find your first recruit.
My, auntie called me,
Okay.
the one I was telling her about.
Good.
She
All
said,
right.
you going, I said, why not?
So you talk to Ann as soon as you get your first person and work on that this week, okay? All right? So, oh gosh, y'all, I forgot to show y'all my books right quick here. Let me get that. Okay. Y'all have seen this before at my workshops, but my favorite magazine is Success Magazine. And it's
It's
only,
that job.
Mhm.
that's Steve Jobs, and this is
God,
over,
I
just picked up some copies
I
to
think
lay in there.
he was so awesome.
It's like $30 a year for the subscription to this magazine,
How you feel?
but it's the best $30 investment, not only in your business as a network marketer, but just to help you positive and success in life. Because what happens in each magazine, it's all positive articles from entrepreneurs, from business people, from celebrities on how they become successful, all different types of articles just on being successful. And what makes it special, in each book, each magazine, you get this little CD, DVD. One side is a CD, which you can put in your car and listen. They interview someone successful on every CD, and you can listen to it, and it really will pump you up. If you've got a long drive, put this in. Use that time when you're driving to educate and to expand your knowledge. On the other side is a DVD. You just flip it over, you play it in your DVD player, and you will watch live people talking, like Tony Robbins was in this issue. A lot of people, I'm sure have heard of him. huge motivational speaker and life coach. So that's gonna be in it. So everyone is gonna give you something you can see and learn about, or hear in your car, or read about. And never throw these away. They're a gold mine, okay? I have mine, every copy, and I tell my kids, if something happens to me, all my books and my success magazines, don't throw those away.
I'll haunt you.
Yeah, that's my legacy. Okay. But, because I'll highlight things in here, I used to just tear out things in magazines that I, no, these, every book, all of it is wonderful. And I'd pull this one out when Steve Jobs died, and I was like, I remember, reading about him in here, because, he's the master of innovation, and they're interviewing him in here. This is Tony Robbins, Susie Orman, who works with Avon. This one has Susie Orman on the front. There's celebrities on the front, Colin Powell on the front of one. You've got athletes, Tony Hawk, Donald Trump's guy that, Robert Kiyosaki, I think, was on one. Different ones that are on the front. The Manning family was on the front cover of one.
Oh, cool.
Peyton, Eli, Archie, that were on the front cover of one. Joel Osteen and his wife were on the front cover of one. Articles in there. So it's all full of great, powerful, positive things. To be successful, really successful, and be a leader and develop yourself, always be trying to learn something new, like the Accelerated Success book that I mentioned. These are just I have a huge library in my office, but these are just a few of the books. The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. It's all about reaching your goals and being successful, okay? The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. Thinking positive, having a positive attitude. If some of you have probably seen the video or read the book, The Secret, it was popular a few years ago, and about the power of the law of attraction. People that become what they think about all day long. There's videos that I've shown in some of the meetings of this, but these type of books, Build It Big. This is about network marketing. It's all people that were from top direct selling experts. Lisa Wilbur's in here, and it's from different direct selling companies. And the experts giving you their stories of success. And what worked with one company, their basic strategies will work with other companies, regardless of which direct selling company you work for, okay? And they're broken down so you can read different ones and what they use to be successful. I love Chicken Soup for the Soul books.
I know they have one for network marketers. I love those.
Yeah, one for network marketers,
Oh.
okay?
Chicken soup.
So this gives you actual motivational stories from people that are in network marketing, just like you,
Cool.
okay? So, and what's good about this, if you've got a short attention span and you need some quick, just read a story a day in here. They're each only a couple of pages. So each day, read a story. That could be one of your goals. Each day, I'm going to read one story over here. And you can get these books on Amazon.com, really cheap, or Barnes & Noble, or Books A Million, or whatever, okay? They may not have them in the store, but you can search for them. Jeffrey Gitomer is a real big sales guru. It's got lots of great books out there. I think I got this one at Sam's Club, I believe. But this one's called, it's the little gold book of Yes Attitude, how to find, build, and keep a yes attitude for a lifetime of success. About being positive, having a positive attitude. And let's see, I'll pick a couple things here that I've highlighted. Read to you. Want to start on your path to positive attitude? The number 2 thing he says is work at it a small amount each day. The daily dose of attitude adjustment is the most important part of the positive attitude achievement process. An apple a day, not 7 apples on Sunday, or 31 apples at the end of the month, okay? But a little each day. So not 100 brochures, track kits, you try to give out, at the end of your 10 days, but 10 a day, okay? So a little bit each day. That's the kind of things that you focus on. He says a large part of getting your attitude from negative to positive and from positive